The Beheading of St. John the Baptist story.
Subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this.
Let me tell you a story. It's a true story, tragic, powerful, and deeply human. It's about a man who stood for truth, no matter the cost. A man named John the Baptist. John wasn't your typical guy. He lived in the wilderness, wore rough clothes made from camel's hair, and ate wild honey and locusts. But people traveled from all over just to hear him speak. Why? Because John had a fire in his heart. He told people to turn their lives around, to do what's right, and to prepare for someone greater who was coming, Jesus. John wasn't afraid to speak the truth, even when it made people uncomfortable. And that's where this story really begins. At the time, the ruler of the region was a man named Herod Antipas. He wasn't a king in the full sense, but he had power, and he liked it that way. Now, here's where things got messy. Herod had married Herodias, who used to be the wife of his own brother. John, being the fearless truth-teller that he was, called them out. He said plainly, "It's not right. What you've done is wrong." Herod didn't like that, but he was in a bind. He actually respected John. He believed John was a holy man. He didn't want to hurt him. But Herodias, she was furious. She wanted John silenced permanently. So Herod had John arrested and thrown in prison. Still, he didn't kill him. Not yet. Then came Herod's birthday. He threw a lavish party for his officials, nobles, and military commanders. There was drinking, laughter, and dancing. Everything you'd expect from a royal celebration. During the party, Herodias' daughter, traditionally known as Salome, came in and danced for the guests. Her dance thrilled Herod and everyone watching. In a moment of pride, and maybe a little too much wine, Herod made a bold promise. He said to the girl, "Ask me for anything you want. Anything. I'll give it to you, even half my kingdom." She paused, unsure what to say. So she went to her mother, Herodias, and asked, "What should I ask for?" This was the moment Herodias had been waiting for. She told her daughter, "Ask for the head of John the Baptist." The girl returned and said to Herod, "I want John the Baptist's head on a platter." Herod froze. He was deeply troubled. He didn't want to do it. He knew it was wrong. But he had made a promise in front of all his guests. He didn't want to lose face. So, against his better judgment, he gave the order. A guard was sent to the prison. John the Baptist, the man who had once baptized Jesus, who had lived for truth, was beheaded quietly in the cell. His head was brought back on a platter and given to the girl, who gave it to her mother. Just like that, John was gone. Later, John's disciples came and took his body. They gave him a proper burial. Then they went and told Jesus what had happened. It's a brutal story, but it's not just about power, pride, and politics. It's about truth and the cost of standing up for it. John didn't back down. He spoke truth to power, even when it meant putting his own life on the line. He chose conviction over comfort, and in the end, he paid the ultimate price. Herod, on the other hand, shows us what happens when we care more about what others think than about doing what's right. He let pride and pressure dictate his actions, and it led to tragedy. So, what do we take from this? Maybe it's this. Speaking the truth won't always make you popular. Sometimes it can be dangerous, but truth matters, and so does integrity. John the Baptist's story reminds us it's better to lose everything for the truth than to gain everything by avoiding it. And that is the story of the beheading of John the Baptist, a man of courage, a man of truth, a man who never backed down, no matter the cost.